Alrighty, here we are once again on the Santiago Creek Trail. Oh, so we are conducting work business while riding, unfortunately. But it's not too intense, so we're gonna keep filming. Let's take a look at the weather here. So 57 degrees. Starting off cold, but I don't think I'll be cold in a few minutes. All right, we have a small hill bomb here. Let's do this. We get really cold. Oh, look it, we have some new graffiti. Eyes are watering. My goodness. Wow. What time is it? We need to know what time it is. $5:53. We need to go to Alright, Teams app. Alright, thumbs up. You hear those coyotes? You hear them? There we go. That guy was doing a little dance on the Santiago Creek Trail. I see that guy everywhere. So yeah, when that siren was going off, you could hear the coyotes down here. I used to live in Desert Hot Springs, kind of out in the outskirts, not in not in like the downtown area, but kind of up in the foothills. And a friend of mine, his dad and his girlfriend had a house even further up from we had an apartment, and it was they're real dark streets, but they did have street lights. But at night you could often see, they had these big windows, and that overlook the street that goes up the hill, and it was more like it was a floodlight, but it was more like a spotlight because it shined down on this specific area of the street, and the coyotes would run in a pack down that street at night sometimes, and you could hear them. Be late at night, we'd be drinking beer in the living room, and you look out that window and just see this pack of coyotes. I just saw one right here. But it was kind of cool. It was a cool to see him, coming down from the hills into the neighborhoods, to do whatever they needed to do. They sound it's a sound from the past, when you hear coyotes. Kind of a ghostly feeling. Spirits and all that good stuff. So we're at the point where we should start seeing fires down here. Like down in these areas, people building fires to stay warm. Surprised there's none this morning. So just to kind of not update, but get you into my head and my mind and where I'm at. So I almost stayed home this morning because I'm not feeling very good. I feel like just drained. Physically, I don't think just from the bike ride, I think just from, I don't know, I have a pretty bad headache and my stomach is empty and sour, kind of dizzy, and my body is like kind of achy, but I think we're gonna push through it. I think it's probably from, I did drink a lot of water last night. I tried to. Sometimes I have to make myself. So I think I drank 4 bottles of water when I got home. But you gotta keep pushing. Like, I don't think I'm getting sick. Like, I don't think it's if it was like a sickness, I would stay home, but I'm rarely sick like that. So, but I'll say, as soon as I got on my bike and I'm in this cold weather, felt better. I probably went from, on a scale of 1 to 10, from feeling like a 7 or an 8 to now I feel about a 5. but I'm definitely not warming up. So maybe it gets a little bit colder down here at the trail. There's a lot of coasting. And I'm not complaining. I just want I think it's important to know where I'm at. These brakes, man, coming through. I gotta pay attention. I do not have the stopping power. Oh. But compared to last week, you know, I definitely think I feel like I do have more endurance for sure. Like, I don't necessarily think I can pedal like faster and stronger for a longer period of time, but I can definitely keep a decent pace the whole route, even on the way home. In the morning, it's usually pretty easy, but the afternoons have been warm. Yeah, it's been warm. Like, even as late as I've been leaving, by the time I get home, I'm just drenched in sweat. So that's probably why I felt like I did when I woke up, you know. More water, more calories. And I just realized I didn't eat dinner last night. Well, actually I didn't. There was some leftover, oh, look at this. What the hell was that? What the heck was that? There was like a roll of cable or something. You never know what you're gonna see down here. Yeah, so when I got home, they had made bacon and eggs for breakfast, and I got home, I've been getting home after dinner, and there was some scrambled eggs and a little mini croissant and 2 pieces of bacon. So I did have that. So it's probably about a half an egg worth of scrambled eggs, a croissant, and then bacon. So that's not too bad. But I think it needs to be something a little more substantial than that. Through the sprinklers. Hopefully my camera didn't get hit. Sometimes I noticed on a few videos last week I have smudges on my lens, which sucks. I have these these little packaged wipes that I have for cleaning my glasses, and I carry those most of the time and try to remember to wipe my lens off, since I've noticed some smudges on the footage. But I did not do that this morning. So hopefully, I mean, it's dark right now, but when you get in the light, you can see it. All right, we're gonna stay right here. Man, the strangest thing. So, in case you don't see my video from my ride home yesterday, I have the strangest song stuck in my head. So this is the strangest one yet. So I have the theme from that cartoon DuckTales. I used to watch that when I was a kid, DuckTales, you know, and that theme song came into my head yesterday, and it's just kind of playing in the back of my mind. DuckTales, woo! I'm probably losing my mind. Okay, what's going on up here? So yeah, we'll just take Main Street. We made it through the Trail of Shadows, the Trail of Coyotes and Possums and Raccoons. We got some DuckTales, woo! All right. Yeah, this week's been a long series of. I know this sounds like I'm a broken record, really, but not enough sleep, man. 3 days in a row. I mean, there is a lot to be stressed out about, but I don't feel stressed out at all. Like, I don't feel like work. I've been putting in a lot of hours, and then, you know, we have some pretty serious stuff going on with where we live as far as are we going to be able to stay there or not. I'll be vague about it just so that I don't want to drag my business onto the channel. This is about me riding my bike to work, but so basically where we're at is we've been at this house for 9 years, and yeah, the guy wants to raise our rent by $500. So the problem is, yeah, so we are under market value for our house, but the house is very outdated and very so I think it was built in the 80s, so there's a lot of issues which we live with and that we brought up. Yeah, that we brought up during lease agreements from the get-go, you know. Just minor stuff, you know, cracked tiles, bad garage door, lights that don't work, you know, things like that. And then last year, so there's been a leak in the garage for a very long time. And then, which they knew about and they never fixed that. And then in the bathroom, there's a massive water leak that's gotten worse and worse when it rains, you know. And then on the other side of that wall is the living room, and there's a leak there. And we have a work order on it, and the work order has been in for over a year, and he just lets it go. And so we put in our work orders and nothing happens. But we don't push the issue too much, because we do definitely document it, and we send them the work orders, and they're very, very well aware of it. They've sent people out to quote the repair. The roof needs to be replaced. All the houses that were built in that area at that time have had their roofs replaced. But so he decided he wanted market value for his place, and which is understandable. But if you look at the homes, even in our price, what we're paying right now and what he's asking, these are beautiful, beautiful homes that are just make our house look like a wreck. And I mean, we have a nice place, in a nice neighborhood. But yeah, so it's almost like it's retaliatory. He has to fix the roof, so he's gonna raise our rent. So we'll see. But maybe I shouldn't talk about this stuff on these videos. But anyway, so it's cool. It's just the reality of it's just what's going on. So you just don't know what's going to happen. But over the years, I've learned to be able to get into a state of mind where I can not forcefully block out stress, but just I just let it go. When I'm laying there, I see it pass or come into my mind, and then I just let it go. Another text from work. Let's see. I lost my AirPods. I lost my AirPods. So I think somebody asked me about the police and riding on the sidewalk in Santa Ana. So they don't, the police in Santa Ana don't care at all. They expect people to be on sidewalks because there's no bike lanes. And it's dangerous to be out in the street. Now on an e-bike, that might be different, but I've ridden on the sidewalk and the streets on my e-bike for over a year, and never had any issues. But I think, if they see you doing something that's not safe, they probably, I don't know though, I've done that in front of police too, but I think one thing though, if you're riding in the dark and they see you riding without a light of some sort, like if you're just riding blacked out, I think they would definitely say something about that. But the majority of people I see commuting on a regular bike, which there's a lot of bikes, especially down here on South Main. Everybody rides on the sidewalk. Oh man. So I usually cut off into the sidewalk or into the alleys over here, but I just want to keep kind of a steady pace on this route. I'm not going fast, but I want to see how much my time's improved just on a casual ride to work without any distractions. I still, after all this time, I still really enjoy this Main Street route. This route I'm doing right now, if somebody said you have to pick one route and follow it every single day, this is the route I would take. Look at, we're going through some gravel on the side of the road. Gravel and palm nuts. Is that what you call them, palm nuts? And in all this time I've been riding e-bikes and now this regular bike in the street and on the sidewalk, I've never once, actually one time I had somebody say something to me about being on the sidewalk. I was on test. See how close that car was? Oh my God. That car was seriously like 1 foot from me. I was on Tustin Avenue and I was on the sidewalk going against traffic, which I thought that's what you're supposed to do. I don't know. But a car was pulling out. She wasn't looking, she was pulling out. She was looking towards oncoming, she was looking to her left. So it would be as if I'm going this direction on the sidewalk. Actually, it's not, because I was on the opposite side. So I'm going, let's just put it this way, I'm going northbound on the sidewalk opposing traffic. She's coming out from the west, driving east, pulling out of the parking lot of, like, was it Black Angus? Some weird restaurant, you know. And so she's looking north because she has to go south. But instead of looking to see if there's pedestrians on the sidewalk or anything, she's just looking north as she's pulling out. And she pulls through she doesn't stop at the stop sign. She just, you know, the stop sign before the sidewalk, she just barrels through it. And I'm coming on the sidewalk, but I see her. So I see her and I know she's not gonna stop, you know. Well, she was stopping, but in the street, you know, at the street. So I swerved into the street and went around her. And oh man, she lost control. She road raged me. She was like Karen 3.0. She rolls down her window and starts yelling at me. So I stopped. But I swerved back onto the sidewalk. I stopped and she let me have it. And I was laughing because it was like, it was ridiculous, you know. So, I mean, was it my fault? I don't know. Maybe, probably, but not really though, because I'm not. If it would have been, you know, if it would have been a 10-year-old on a bike, that would have been bad news. You know? But I didn't get mad at her. Yeah, she flipped me off, and so that was the only time. And then But I've had lots of people get mad at me for riding on the street, in the street. Like, that's like an everyday, that's an everyday thing, for sure. It probably happens in almost every one of my videos, but I don't focus on it, you know. I mean, I did put that video out on Broadway. Like, it's not like everybody yells and gets all crazy. Like that guy called me. That guy called me some choice words, you know, on Broadway. But usually, like, what'll happen is, you know, if they ride close to you or they're afraid to go around you, they'll go slow behind you for a long time, and then as they make it around you, then they gun it, you know, so you're aware of their, you know, their frustration, which is so, it's just so crazy. But I mean, oh, let's look at this real quick. Oh. R.I.P. Monster. PRS R.I.P. Monster. Crazy. Oh, that was a distraction. There's yeah, I mean, you have to. The city infrastructure is not, I mean, it's designed around automobiles, unfortunately. But, you know, you know, they don't own the road. But conversely, like, there's I think that's just the general state of people's minds, you know. Everybody's at war with each other, and it's and I'm not trying to be negative, but it's just yeah, man, it's people are very hostile and ready to road rage and ready to sling them, you know. Everybody's ready to fight over trivial things, you know, over ego and yeah, it's really sad. Like, did he crash on his bike? Did he crash on his bike, or is he just, there was a lot of stuff? I can't tell. I can't tell if he crashed his bike and dropped all that stuff, or if he's under the influence. He looks okay though. I think he's all right. But yeah, so on the other, like I was starting to say, conversely, there's also a lot of people that I come across a lot of very kind this bike. You know, people that'll give you the right of way, nods and hellos and things like that. All right. So it's 6:32. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I need to remember to do this. So you can, on that speedometer app I have, you can set a trip, and I can see what my top speed is, and I think I've got a flat front tire, dude. Oh man, I gotta walk. That sucks. So I don't have Fix-A-Flat, but I do have a tube. This is probably not the best spot to change a bike tire. Huh. Let's see what we got. So yeah, I need to get Fix-A-Flat. I wonder where we got the flat at. Is it a slow? I think it's a slow leak. We'll try to air it up and see what's up. It's not completely flat. So we can air it up, and then this will give me a chance to use my that adapter that I found to make sure it works. Yeah, I mean, it's possible it's a slow leak.